We're cutting across to all the live updates coming in from the Supreme Court on the Hijab Showdown after a number of petitions were filed in the Supreme Court over the interim stay on wearing religious outfits in schools and colleges by the Karnataka High Court. Here are the live updates coming in. Devdas Kamath, arguing for the petitioners, is saying that High Court has said 9 of the students should disclose any religious identity in schools and colleges. This has far-reaching implications not only for Muslims. Sikhs also wear turbans. This in effect is a complete suspension of Article 25, which is the right to express your religion. The CJI in response has said, we don't know what the order is. The order has not yet come, is what the Solicitor General has highlighted, to which the CJI says, then what can we do about this? The petitioner's lawyer is now contending for them to be heard at least on Monday. Let's take this across to Anisha at this point. Anisha, doesn't look like the hearing's going to happen today.
Well, yes, the CJI has made it very clear that the court is not interfering at this stage. They have in fact said that let us see what the appropriate time for us to interfere would be, considering that the High Court is set to hear the matter on Monday. They've also questioned whether it's appropriate to bring this issue to the national level, to the Supreme Court at this stage. So that is a very, very important comment coming in from the Supreme Court, that they are watching what is happening in the state, they're watching what is happening in the High Court, and it is not yet the appropriate time for the court to interfere in this particular matter. Another aspect that was brought up by the petitioners was that there are the exams, I beg your pardon, the exams, the practicals are going to begin from the 15th, but the court has said that let the High Court hear this issue at this stage. It is not going to be appropriate for us to interfere at this particular stage of the matter. More importantly, the court has said that the High Court order that was passed yesterday, the detailed order is not yet available. So they don't at this stage know what the reasoning of the High Court is or what the exact verdict of the High Court actually is. We only know what the court had said orally in the hearing itself. And at this stage, the court has declined to interfere. What is also important at this stage for us to note is that the state and the centre, represented by the Solicitor General of India, has said that this is not an appropriate stage to hear this matter. The Solicitor General, in fact, saying that this is a religious and political issue that is being created, that a political question should not be raised at this stage before the Supreme Court. So for now, it is very clear that the Supreme Court is not going to take up this issue at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see till Monday what happens now, because on Monday the Karnataka High Court is also going to hear this particular issue. Back to you.
All right, so this is the big breaking news that's coming in. The CJI saying that we're watching what's happening. We know about what's happening in Karnataka and the hearing. But the main point that he's asking, the CJI hearing this has said, where is the order? To which even the petitioner's lawyer confirms that they don't have the order right now. The Solicitor General also says the order hasn't come out yet. The petitioner's lawyer then says, please at least hear us on Monday. But the CJI right now is making it very clear that the top court is not going to intervene right now. They're saying, let's wait and watch. It is, let us see what is the appropriate time for us to interfere. So no urgent hearing on this matter. This will continue in the Karnataka High Court first, Anisha, and then we'll see whether, in fact, it's brought up at the Supreme Court. It's not even definitive that the Supreme Court will intervene.
Well, at the moment, Ashita, what we do know is that at least 4 petitions have been filed before the Supreme Court, 3 of which were mentioned before the Apex Court, saying that this is an issue that needs an urgent hearing. This is something that is going to affect the rights of these students from who have to go to their colleges. Now, what Senior Advocate Devdas Kamath mentioned, that this is a very strange case where court has said none of the students should declare any religious affiliation when they go to schools and colleges, and this order of the court is not just going to affect Muslim students, it could have wider implications, because even Sikh students who wear turbans and wear karas to schools and college could be affected. Now, but the Supreme Court has said that at this stage it is not appropriate for us to intervene, and that at this stage we don't know what the actual order, the actual written order of the Karnataka High Court is, and therefore today it will not be appropriate for us to interfere into this issue. But as the petitioners have asked the court to hear this matter now on Monday. We'll have to wait and see whether what the court deems appropriate time for it to interfere. But at the moment, we've seen the kind of political face-off, we've seen the kind of street protests, and the High Court of Karnataka is also set to hear this matter once again on Monday. So effectively, at this stage, what we can say is that this entire issue will now remain suspended till Monday. But at the moment, students in Karnataka, if they're going back to college, if they're going back to school, are not allowed to declare their religious affiliation via their dress, which, according to the petitioners, means that the students, the women students in particular, the Muslim women in particular, who wear hijab when they step out of their house, will now be faced with the choice of whether they go to school or they wear their hijab. That's me.
Okay, Anisha, stay on with us. We're having to slip into a very short break. We're getting you more details of what the Supreme Court has said. The big headline from the top court is that they're not going to entertain the petitioner's demand for an immediate intervention. They're saying we'll take this up perhaps on Monday based on what happens in the Karnataka High Court. So today, there's going to be no hearing in the Supreme Court on this.